Hey guys, it's Felicia, and today I am going to be doing a library book haul. I love going to the library, and I actually have a pretty good public library in my town, so that's been just awesome for me because I haven't always had money to buy all the books that I want. Well, if any of us had money to buy all the books that we want, then we'd all be rich, but whatever. Libraries are awesome. So I am going to be showing you a ton of books that I got from the library, and I really hope that I'm going to be able to finish all of them before I bring them back, or before I have to bring them back. Maybe I'll just keep them forever. Yeah, I went to the library, and I love the library, and I am very excited about the books that I got. I just couldn't believe like how many books there were that I actually have on my list that I wanted to read. It was actually amazing. And I just love my library. Like, they're really good about getting books that I request. And yeah, they always just do really good with suggestions. And so I've kind of not been doing that for a while because I've been preferring to buy a lot of the books that I have been really wanting, and then I discovered Book Outlet, and so that was terrible. And there might be a book haul, like actual purchased books, coming in the next few weeks because there were a lot of books that I wanted in stock on Book Outlet, so shame on me. Bad. So much for book buying ban. Anyways, so I'm just gonna show you the books that I got at the library, and they're not really in any particular order. So here we go. The first book that I got is Frozen, which is the first book in the Heart of Dread series by Melissa De La Cruz and Michael Johnston. They are a husband and wife writing team, and I have got, well, I'm about 100 pages into it, and I'm enjoying it so far. It is about a post-apocalyptic society. Basically, the whole world is frozen, and our main character, Nat, she goes on a search for the blue, which is like a paradise where it's not frozen. So, I can relate to this book being from Manitoba. That's all I need to say. Yeah, by the way, like, my TBR is just totally gone. Who cares? I want to read these books now. Like, it's terrible. I also picked up a few graphic novels. A couple of them my husband picked out. We went together, and we did a thing where I picked a book for him to read and he picked a book for me to read, and the book that he picked for me was Rapunzel's Revenge by Shannon Hale, and Shannon and Dean Hale are the writers, and then Nathan Hale is the illustrator. And like, just, I love this. Hail, hail, hail. It just makes me laugh. I don't know what this is really about. It looks like Rapunzel set in Western. And if the name Shannon Hale sounds familiar to you, that is the woman that wrote Austenland, which is a book that I have on my tablet and I haven't read yet. And then I picked up a Pride and Prejudice Marvel comic, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next book is Flink by Doug Tenapple, and I think this is about Bigfoot. Yeah, and it's like a quick read. Like, my husband read it while we were still at the library. He was waiting for me to go pick out all my books, so he read this. The next book that I got is The Complete Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. This is, I believe, about a girl who grows up in Iran. I've heard a lot of people talking about this one recently, and so I think maybe it was really popular during the booktubeathon, and so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I think it should be good. The next book that I got is Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Claus. This is a movie starring, I don't know what her name is, but the main male actor is Hugh Dancy, who is just too adorable. And so I saw that movie a long time ago, and I saw this book. I didn't know it was a book, and so I decided to pick it up. It's about a girl who is a werewolf, and she meets a human guy, and I guess they obviously fall in love. I hope this book is good. I hope I get to read it before I have to bring it back. And the next book that I got is The City of Ember by Jean Duproux, and this is also has a movie adaptation, which I have watched with my husband a few years ago when we were still dating, and I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great, and so I'm looking forward to reading this book. It's about a city that is underground. They can't live on the surface of the earth anymore. Sorry, I keep looking at the synopsises because I didn't really look at them before I started filming this video. Yeah. And then the next book that I got is Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld, who wrote the Uglies series. I was hoping to actually pick up Uglies, but they did not have that one. They had other ones in the series, but they didn't have Uglies in at the moment, so I got this one instead because it looks like steampunk. I don't remember what this book is about, but like, look at this cover. So that's why I picked it up. The next book that I have is The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chima, and this also was really popular on BookTube not too long ago. I'm not sure what it's about. A warrior heir, I think. Probably a girl that kicks butts. Oh, no. It's a boy. Okay, it's about a boy, not a girl that kicks butts. But, yeah. The next book that I have is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, and I actually borrowed this book like maybe a year ago, and I didn't get around to reading it before I had to bring it back, and then I heard some people talking about it, and I was like, dang it, I could have read this before I even heard about it on BookTube. As far as I know, it's about a boy who trades places with a prince. Kind of like the Prince and the Pauper kind of situation. I'm gonna hit myself with the book. And the next book that I have is Graceling by Kristen Cashore. I have heard about this series for quite a few years already, and I have not picked it up, and I do not remember what it is about. The next book that I have is Conquest by John Connolly and Jennifer Ridyard, and this is about an alien invasion. I believe that the aliens have been on Earth kind of taking over, I think. I have not heard about this book before, but I saw it and it sounded interesting. It sounded kind of similar to The Fifth Wave, but it's probably not like The Fifth Wave. I haven't read The Fifth Wave, so I don't know. But yeah, aliens. Should be good. And then the next book that I have is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. You'd think I would know what the title is because I am a Canadian and Margaret Atwood. So, yes. People have been talking about this book a lot lately. For years have meant to read Margaret Atwood, and I have never gotten around to it. And then everyone's talking about this book, and I'm like, dang it, I just need to read this, even though it's like so old already. So yeah, I just need to read this because Margaret Atwood, and she apparently like has been writing dystopian novels for years already, like years and years ago before it was a thing. Yeah, so Handmaid's Tale. Future dystopian society where people have a really hard time conceiving, and so rich people get handmaids, which are young women that conceive for them. And the main character is one of these handmaids. And that's all I know. Surprisingly, I took a course on Canadian female authors in university, and surprisingly we didn't read any Margaret Atwood. Like, I guess that was too cliche, but I mean, I would have really liked that. Yeah. I didn't like some of the other books that we read. Margaret Atwood would probably have been better. The book that I picked for my husband to read is Legend by Marie Lu. And I really hope that he gets around to this and reads this book. It's awesome. I read it already a couple years ago. Like, just loved it. And yeah, I hope that he's gonna like it too. I just realized that these books are kind of shiny, and I'm sorry if I'm holding them in a way that has been glaring this whole time. I'm sorry, I'm just learning. My camera doesn't have a front-facing thing, so I don't even know until the video's done, and then I don't want to go and film it again. Who has time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. The last book that I have is Rooms by Lauren Oliver, and this is her newest book, and I was so pumped when I saw it there. I did not think it would actually be in, and this is a story about, I think, ghosts living in a house. Yeah, I was especially surprised that it wasn't out, like, closer to Halloween. Yeah, Lauren Oliver is kind of hit or miss for me. I really enjoyed Before I Fall. Like, that book was amazing. And then I really enjoyed Delirium, the first book. And then, what's the second one? Pandemonium? That one was okay. I didn't necessarily love it, but I was like, maybe the third one won't suck. And then Requiem sucked. The big one. Oh my word. I hated Requiem. Just, ugh, get it out of here. I wish we could all forget it. And then Panic. I didn't like that one either. I thought the plot was just like, what is this? I don't even know what I'm reading. This is not good. But I hope that this will be like Before I Fall or Delirium. I hope this will be good. That is all. That's all the books that I got. Have you read any of these books? I'm sure you have. Some of them are quite popular already. Yeah, let me know what you thought about them. Are any of these books on your TBR? Let me know. Yeah. Have any of you been to the library and found any really good books? Does anyone really go to the library anymore from BookTube? Actually, I know some of you do. Some of us have mortgages to pay, am I right? Mortgages. Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. I love reading your comments. I say that every time. I just love reading your comments. It's awesome. I love connecting with you guys and getting to know you guys better and learning about new books, and I just love being part of this BookTube community so far. It's pretty awesome, and I hope that I'll be seeing you guys again soon with another video. Have a good evening or morning or whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Bye. So kind of like Prince and